All right. So before I start, right, I'm already starting right now. This is already going recording, but the camera can't see me because I'm about to review to you, right, what I done for this movie. You ready? Check it out.
What is that on your head?
I I bought one of those
Oh,
mullet
so,
wigs. Look at
so,
this.
so climbed up on your head.
Look how cool this is.
Oh, God. Oh, and you know what you're missing? Eye patch.
So I got that,
Oh, look, put it
but
on.
it's
For
not
what?
very comfortable because like it's the way that I put it on. Like if I don't do it correctly, right, it's kind of drag my other eye down.
Oh, God.
So I
That's good.
really
That's good
appreciate,
enough.
okay?
That's
I
good. You
really
appreciate it now.
appreciate that Kurt Russell did a lot of scenes in this. Like for someone who's probably not used to wearing an eye patch, right? This is not easy because
Okay.
like your depth perception obviously gets all messed up. And I think I watched a video. I read somewhere that they have to create two for him. One for the action sequences, like there's one that you can see through, and some of the scenes where he's just walking and speaking, right? It's just a regular eye patch.
Okay.
Have you ever put on an eye patch in your life?
Yes, I have.
For what? Like a pirate play?
Because I was a pirate. What are you talking about? Because I was Nick Fury. What do you think, dude?
Oh, that's I didn't think about Nick Fury. Who
How
are
could you
all
not
the
think about
cool
Nick
people?
Fury? Nick Fury should have been the first thing to come to your mind.
Yeah, you know
Instead,
what?
you're over
Besides,
here about Snake and Solid Snake and all that.
I'm so glad you brought up Solid Snake. So
Well, you
besides,
know this. Remember, you told me you were like, "Well, I think this was inspired."
oh,
Dude, this was a
hugely.
rip off. This wasn't
Oh,
inspired.
you want to say
This is
whip
a
off? I was gonna say
hey
inspired
inspired. The
because it's
character
not
of Metal Gear. The character of Metal Gear. His name is not. His name is like
Snake.
Solid Snake. His
Solid
name is
Snake.
Snake. And then what's the Snake guy's character in this movie?
Uh,
Snake. They
yeah,
look exactly the same. They look exactly the same. It
that's
is
where the
Kurt
mullet
Russell.
comes
Kurt
from.
Russell should be like, hey, I want some money for Metal Gear, all the Metal Gear movies now,
And you know
or
what?
games and so
The
forth.
character Brain,
Consoles.
right, is like the I guess the other nerdy character from Metal Gear Otacon,
I
right?
don't know what it is. I just don't. I must.
Oh, you never
That
played?
it's
Okay.
almost the same thing. Oh, I played some. I played like what did I play? Well, I played obviously the Nintendo one, the
Oh,
version.
just the Nintendo one. So let me tell you
No, I
something.
played.
The PlayStation.
I played PlayStation. I think it was it Sons of Liberty?
Okay, so Sons of Liberty, they actually used the name Pliskin.
Did they? Okay, well
They
then that's the
did.
one I played,
It's
which is
like
funny.
they well with the different spelling, but they actually he used that name to hide the name of Snake, which is interesting because talking to who's that guy, like that colonel guy or the director of that prison, right? He keeps saying like, he called him Pliskin and like, no, call me Snake. And towards at the end of the movie, when he calls him Snake, right, he's like, call me Pliskin. I just I just love Kurt Russell's attitude throughout this whole film. He's like he's not a man of many words, right? But he just gets sent in to get the job done. And
Yeah,
this character is kind of reminds me of like he's setting the action tone of action heroes in the 80s. Because if you look at Rambo and all those guys Stallone, I mean not Stallone, Schwarzenegger plays, they're not like goody goody two shoes, right? It's like, what do you want,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And in
yeah. And I
this,
guess this is right because this is older. Before is this older than all of
oh,
that?
this is 1981. Oh, I know what? I have
Yeah.
no
Well, I didn't know
idea.
how old Rambo was. I thought Rambo was kind of older.
I was like 84. I know I seen Rambo. I had never. This is my
Okay, yeah,
first
you
time
play right.
seeing this.
No, this is my first time seeing this. I did see Escape from L.A.
Oh, that sequel is much later.
Yeah, way later.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that. That's the only one I saw. Yeah.
So I love you know what the special. I guess you could call them special
I mean, this
effects,
is
right?
John Carpenter film for anybody that
Yeah,
wants to.
Huge
I
John
mean,
Carpenter
basically, once
film.
you see John Carpenter, you should already know how the film's going to look and go.
Yes, I love it. I love the way
Yeah,
that this
look a little
film looks.
cheap.
Well, yeah, because it's looked like a small production that made to be a big budget, right? Like I know you love that model of New York City, like when they shot
Yeah,
it.
I do. I do like models. I like any films with models,
Yes, and
but
I
some are
was
better than others.
yeah, some are better, but this one is pretty good of New York. I mean, I guess Manhattan in this case.
I think this is okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like it just remind me of like Star Wars,
I
how they
mean,
used the
this
model
was
to
an
shoot.
interesting. This is an interesting film. I mean, because it's inspired so much that we see nowadays.
Yes.
But I'm not like I said, I never saw it when it came out, so I'm not like, whoa, this is a great movie, man.
Well, I guess
But
if
it
I
was
was
interesting. I could
yeah,
see it's. I mean, It's, you kind of know how it's going to end and stuff because, like I said, it's inspired so much stuff that we've already watched.
So, well, what do you mean by you know how it's going to end?
You had a pretty good idea.
Okay, so I know he was going to save the president, right? But I did not know that all those other people was going to die.
Okay, yeah, I get
Maggie,
that.
Brain, I didn't see that coming. And
I didn't think
obviously,
they were going to go
Patty.
with him. I didn't think they were going to go with him because usually they don't.
Usually they don't, right? But I didn't think they were all going to go, like,
They did
die.
like it though. At the end, the president he gets his revenge
Yes.
because
That's
you would
such a
think it was
good
the main
scene.
character because it's one of
Yes.
because usually the main character's always got to take out the bad guy.
Yep.
Now if the president stops Snake, and he's like shoots that guy up, and
Like,
then he's
who's
like,
gonna
"Come
stop the
on."
president? I think this is the only movie, right, where I seen a president act like that, where he just keeps shooting him. Like, dude, this is cold blooded.
I don't know. Harrison Ford, Air Force One.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that movie.
Get off my plane.
Yes, but then he keeps shooting him like you, the Duke of New York. You are a number one. Just he just kept repeating that line. I was like, whoa, I don't think anyone's gonna stop it. Like, if that's in like a real life situation, right? Would anybody stop the president? Like, hey, I guess the president got his own issues. Okay.
No, why would I?
Yeah.
Come on. He was shooting. He had the president shining up the wall, who was shooting at him
Oh
repeatedly.
yeah.
Then he's like beating him around, slapping around, abusing him, cut his finger off. Come
Oh,
on.
that was
You're
pretty.
going to get shot up. The president had every right to shoot him up. Yeah.
So when that guy shows up in the beginning, like the guy that looked like Hedgehog Romeo or whatever, yeah, Romero. His hair, when he shows up, his hair is all slicked back, all gelled up, and I'm thinking like, where do these guys get products on this island?
I don't know. You know what this movie reminds me a lot of?
What?
The Road Warrior. Not the Road
Oh,
Warrior. Mad Max. We should say the first one. It
oh.
has a lot of similarities. The budget level and the type of villains it has.
See, I still haven't seen that either.
You know,
So
plus, we gotta watch that.
yeah, we gotta watch that.
It's
So,
long. Well, it's kind of a long movie, but it's good. It's like this. It's
well, I guess this action film was set accordingly, like 99 minutes, like an hour and a half. So it was a good time frame for this movie, right? It was simple, just like of all the 80s
yeah, it was
movies.
a simple '80s movie, which is good. I couldn't stand more than
Yeah, for
actually
action movies.
I couldn't watch 2 hours of this movie.
Well, yeah, for action movies,
Come on,
right?
I
It's
could really
not
watch three
supposed to.
hours of a lot of movies we review
We
now. I'm
right
like,
there.
oh, these. I'm like, goodness gracious, can you cut this
Sometimes an
down?
hour 40 is very nice.
I know it costs a lot of money to go to the theater, but I'm okay with it.
So you probably didn't know that they cut out one of the scenes in the movie, right? Like to set up Snick's character.
I don't know that much about the film at all.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know much about the film, but like just throughout the movie,
All
you
I know is what I saw.
yeah. So you get the sense that Snake is probably like some kind of special forces guy.
Well, we know that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
know he's just so special forces.
but he got
Apparently,
in
in the
trouble
future they got
somehow.
all kinds of branches. Yeah, I don't know how he got in trouble.
I
Didn't he
forgot
just
this
like?
was set in
Didn't
the
they say
future.
that he laughed or something? He just like skipped out or something.
Yeah, he skipped out, and then I guess he got caught or something like doing some kind of criminal activity, and that's why they offer him that pardon. You know what this
Yeah.
remind me of? It's like that one with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, The Rock.
But that's the thing. Yeah, it's like that. But I'm sure if we were to go through it and think really hard, there's hundreds of thousands of movies where, oh, if you'll do this, we'll give you a pardon. If you'll do this, we'll
Yes,
give you a pardon.
yes.
That's all it's been. Every movie's been like
It's
that. If
the
you'll do this
only
for
thing
us.
that could hold up against that person. Like, why would I want to do this for you? But then they had a conversation. They're like, well, they asked him, what do you want to do? Get a new president.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
I said, just get a new president.
if you're in the future, I'm like, why don't we just elect a new president? I guess it shows the politics now. I'm like,
Yes.
well, we just go through one every 4 years. So I'm okay with that.
I just love the way that he answers. He's like, they got the president. The president of what?
Yeah,
Of
it's
the
like, I don't really
PTA.
care. Yeah, I don't really care. That's his thing. He's like, I'm just here.
Yes. I think one of my favorite things, right, is Maggie throughout the whole film.
Can I ask why?
It's like, I
just
did
want to hear
not
your
know until it
answer.
was coming.
I want to hear your answer. What's your answer? Why did you enjoy Maggie the
Oh,
most?
Maggie. The Maggie thing was pretty cool.
Why?
Some there was one scene that really bothered me,
Because she
right?
shoots everybody.
Well, she shoot everybody, and obviously her awesome cleavage, right? Like
That's
back
what
in the
I was
80s.
waiting for you to say.
You just want me to say the
I
cleavage is
just
so
want,
great.
I just wanted
Her,
you to
her
say what.
dress, the designer was
Yeah,
awesome. The designer was
because it had
awesome on her
nothing.
dress.
Because it had nothing to do with how important she was to
I
Brain or
was like,
anybody.
was she holding a gun the whole time?
Well, most of the movie she had a gun, yeah,
No,
and
most of them
nobody
she
checked
had
her
a
for,
gun,
and nobody checked her for the gun ever.
and she's like, I guess she's the mistress for Brain or the girlfriend that
Well,
the
she's
dude,
just a girlfriend. We're not gonna call her a mistress. I mean, girlfriend didn't have
yeah,
anybody anyways.
a
It was
forced
just to keep him
girlfriend.
happy. Yeah, it was a forced girlfriend, and they're like, "Hey, Brain, you need to do all this thing." And by the way, we're trying to point out Brain made gasoline.
Yes, Brain made gasoline,
He had
and
a
I
pump
guess he's
jack
the
inside of
smartest
his.
person on this whole
Yeah, he's
island.
supposed to be this. Well, obviously, I mean, his name's Brain. I'd hope that you could figure that out by the name. I
And
mean,
I
it's
like
I mean, they didn't put a lot of work into it. You know,
no, it's
it's like,
well,
yeah, how are we gonna call the smart guy? Let's just call him Brain.
Brain is easy. He's we try to give him the name Hero, but I guess that just slide by really
Oh
quick.
yeah, I forgot his name was Harold.
Hero,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And then like, I guess a lot of people know Snake Plissken, right? I feel like the running joke of this whole movie is like, "Oh, I thought you were dead. I thought you were
Yeah,
dead."
no,
You know, that's the whole
no,
thing.
it gets kind of old. I was like,
It does, but then it feels like he's some kind of
it's
legend
supposed
that
to get
everybody
old, I
heard.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like somebody that they heard of that they never thought they see.
yeah,
Because Cabby, when he first saw him, right, like,
yeah. Ernest
aren't you
Borgnine.
Snake Plissken? And I'm like, why is there a picture of this guy floating around or something?
That must be. I mean, what kind of special forces agent are you gonna? Good special forces are you gonna be if everybody on the planet knows who you are?
Yes, it's
You know?
yes. Well, I
I
was
mean,
gonna
yeah.
say because like John Carpenter, they did shoot like a 10-minute intro for Snake's character to set his character up. They decided to cut that because when they did that for the test audiences, right, nobody understood that part.
Okay.
You know, because like I think what they did is the is like a bank heist gone wrong, and
Yeah,
that's
and
how
I
he
guess
got
we didn't really
arrested.
need to need. I mean, we wanted to know why he's there, but I didn't really care why he was there. I just wanted to see him, get there, do all his special forces stuff, get the president, get out.
Yes,
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, I didn't need it anymore. I mean, I already knew this guy was an awesome dude. So
yes, it's an awesome dude, right? They don't need to set that thing up. It's just hey, all the I guess all the dialogue from the background from all these characters you would already know.
yeah, that's the whole
Yes.
point.
What else? Well, I haven't seen a sequel yet, but I know
I should have got me a mullet.
it's hot under this thing.
Oh, bet it is.
I'm gonna see how long I can make it through this before I was like, okay, man, I gotta take this off.
No, you gotta wear this all
I
the
have
way.
to.
Come on,
I gotta
you're gonna be
commit.
Snake Plissken. Yeah, you gotta commit. I mean, especially if you're gonna do the eye patch. I mean, I'm gonna let you off. But
Oh man, the iPad. You know what? I'm gonna put it on. Check this out. So you know what? They let me adjust this. So let me make this the biggest since I have headphones and everything. Okay, so let's get this on here. Yeah, it was the left eye. What's up? It's a
what's
different
up?
show now. Oh my gosh, look at
This
my
is
right eye.
crazy. No, we should make a movie. It would be a Chinese Snake Plissken. That'd be something else.
They call me Snake.
How would you say that in Chinese?
Oh,
Mandarin.
well, if I say my name is Snake, right? Oh man, you just say it sounds so dumb.
Yeah, I don't think this would be a hard
Oh,
movie to watch.
yeah, it would be like it feels like you ever seen Turkish Rambo?
No, no, I shouldn't Turkish Star Wars though.
Oh, it's I guess it's the
It's
same
probably the
thing.
same thing, ain't it?
I
Okay,
feel
same
like I feel like I'm not even Turkish, right? I'm Turkish, escape from New York.
thing.
Let me find RPGs laying on the ground everywhere.
We could make this. We just have to cut clips from Metal Gear Solid games,
Oh yeah, oh dude, this eye patch. I
and
think
then
it's
let
so
you do
tight
the and
against
let
my
you do
eye.
the and then let you do the lot dialogue during cutscenes.
This is Snake. Call me Pliskin. You know,
Okay.
I
It
think
does. It looks like it's annoying,
oh, it's very annoying.
very
So
uncomfortable.
I think on one of the production notes, John Carpenter actually know a guy back in his high school named Snake Plissken.
Really?
Yes, and the
Yeah,
same
that's
thing
awesome.
for who is it? Who's the Wes Craven? He did Nightmare on Elm Street, right? He actually know his name was actually Freddy Krueger. It
Okay,
might be
I could
spelled
get that. I
differently.
could get that. Yeah, I could
Yeah,
get Freddy
but
Krueger. I could
Snake
see that.
Plissken?
Yeah, Snake
Come on,
Plissken sounds like a stretch.
it is right.
Snake. I think John Carpenter's probably full of crap,
It could
man.
probably be one of those like, hey, my name is Eric Pliskin, but just call me Snake.
I wonder what kind of school he went to, dude. He sounds like he went to crazy school. He must have had vampires too there and all.
It might be like a
Because
little town like you.
no, nobody like that's gonna be there.
Oh man, I think this is pretty
I
cool.
mean, there's
Eye
probably
patch.
people with mullets, but that's back in the day. That's the mullets kind of like way back.
The mullets is in the 80s, right? I had a
Yeah.
mullets haircut. I think when I
No, I
first
never had
came
the
to the
mullet.
States.
Never.
I
That's
have
bowl
pictures
cut
to prove
yourself.
it,
I didn't
man.
have
You
no
can ask
mullet.
my wife. Like in the like
Well,
early, well, I came in like '89. I guess
okay,
that's
well,
the
here's my question.
haircut
So, did you have the mullet in China, or did you have in
here.
Hong Kong, or did
It
you?
was here.
Okay,
The
so as soon
haircut
as
was
you got
here.
here, they're like, "Hey, let's cut this guy's hair to a mullet."
Right. I guess that's the style, right? That's what you cut. You know. I wonder if Heather, I could talk Heather into letting me keep this. So
Well, I
it
mean,
was
I
very
don't know why
funny.
you throw it away.
I ordered this on Monday, right? I know it's like, you know what? I want to look like Stick Plissken for this show. So I got the
Where'd you
eye
order that
patch.
from?
Oh, I got it from Amazon. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
I think
Okay,
the
just
mullet
make
was
sure.
like $20 and the eye patch is like
Wow.
$7, $8.
All right.
So when it came in on Tuesday, right? So you got the package. Oh, so you actually saw it on the app or the website. Like, what the hell is this that you ordered? Because they have a guy on the picture with the mullet on. Two different items, like the guy with an eye patch and the guy with a mullet. And she was like, "What the hell is this?" And when it came, I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, look at this!" I put it on, and she's like, "No." Oh, I gotta loosen this eye patch. I could do the mullet, but I don't think I can do both.
All right, you can lose the eye patch. It's
Yeah,
cool.
because like
That's cool. We got it.
it's like
We got who
pressing
you.
against
We
my
got who you're
eye.
supposed to be. Yeah, you're gonna have to work on this if you're gonna use this as a Halloween costume.
Oh, I don't know.
Why
Halloween
not? Come
costume.
on,
People
just
like
get some camouflage pants.
think
You
about it.
just
Who's
need,
gonna know
you just
besides people in their 40s, right? Like, oh,
and you
you're
need the
Snick
two
Plissken.
zippers. It's all right. Everybody's gonna think you're Solid Snake, so that's all that matters.
Oh, I could keep this right and wear a hat like Wings World.
No.
Snick Plissken it is. I mean, I already have the I guess the sleeveless shirt. Actually,
Yeah, well, without, you need the zippers.
I'm actually wearing camo, not pants, but like shorts.
Okay, well, we don't need to see that. We're
Pretty
good.
dedicated here.
Yeah, sure. I do. Okay, if you're that dedicated, you have the snake tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have the snake tattoo. Oh, so the snake tattoo.
Go get a marker and just put it on there.
When they put him in that, I guess it's like a boxing ring, right? You know, whatever is a
Yeah,
boxing ring.
yeah, it's a boxing ring.
I really like the post on all the corners with fire. So I was watching a little bit with my wife, right? And I told Heather, like, you know what? I really love the design of this because somewhere along the line, you have to tell somebody to design this. And then you have to put the post, hey man, I want the post about 13 feet high, and then I would like them to be able to hold flames. Like, who the hell's gonna light it? Don't worry, we'll get us some guy with a ladder. And he would
Well,
have
you
to
know,
light this every time we start a match.
I'm sure that that's the how exactly it went down right there. So, and it was John Carpenter. He said, "Hey, I would like this and that," and they're like,
Yeah,
"You
because if I
nuts,
was seeing
man?"
this as a kid, like, whoa, this is awesome. There's fire coming from the boxing ring,
You
and
know
he's
the sad
fighting
thing
this
is,
dude
you
from
know the
Street
sad thing
Fighter.
is, I don't even remember the fire on the sides of the
You know, because
boxing
I was
ring.
looking at this, like, what the heck
Oh
is
no, I
going
just
on? Like,
remember. I
the
remember the
boxing
junkie
ring with
arena
that.
they're in, but I don't remember that now.
Then he fought
You
that
know,
guy from Street Fighter.
oh yeah,
It looked like the big Russian guy from Street Fighter.
yeah, I did, and then he beat him in the head with
It's
it.
like super gladiator style, you know, with a trash can
Well,
shield.
come on, look at it. It's like Lord of the Flies.
Yes! Oh, I'm so
You
glad
know,
you make that
it's
reference.
funny. The first movie I ever seen that's similar to this was The Island. I think it's The Island.
The Island of Dr. Monroe, or.
No, no, I think it was called The Island, wasn't it? It was an HBO movie.
Oh, I never seen it.
Can't remember who's all in it. No, Ernie Hudson was in it from Ghostbusters,
Oh.
but he wasn't the main actor on it. I can't remember what it was, but basically it was just this island way out somewhere out in the ocean, and they just put prisoners on there, and then they live, and they break into little tribes, and they try to survive on this island. They're all prisoners.
Really? So they don't escape?
Pretty sure, and I could be. I was pretty sure it was called the Island, but it's not the Island, the modern one.
Oh, not the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Maybe it's called something else, but I could have swore it was something like that.
Huh. Well,
I
I
remember
just
seeing it. It
never
was on
seen it.
HBO, and it was. I think it was made or HBO.
Well, you know what? That's probably on HBO Max if it's on HBO.
Yeah, it's probably out there somewhere.
Speaking of Ernie Hudson, who's not in this movie, right? I was so surprised
But
to
he wanted
see.
to be.
Oh,
No,
what are you? Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know. I'm sure he probably did. I'm sure everybody wants a paycheck, dude.
oh yeah, back in the day, yes.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised to see Isaac Hayes as credited in this movie.
Yeah, well, he's the dude.
He's the Duke, but I never seen him in, I guess, in any movies before. Is he an actor? Because I know he's a musician.
No, he's a musician. I mean, I'm sure he was like so famous. They're like, we're gonna put you in a movie.
Oh, because the only, where I know Isaac Hayes from?
South Park.
South Park.
Come on, that's why everybody knows him from our generation. But he is the guy that sing the song Shaft.
Yes, Chef. Yes, no, that too. I mean, before I'm sure
he
as a
was
musician, not as an actor.
I'm sure he was in a lot of stuff in the early '80s. I mean, he's well known. I mean, a lot of people like him. I mean, we don't really know him that well.
Remember,
but I don't know if you work around people, somebody's like our parents' age, and he's playing. They go, yeah, they talk about that stuff. I'm like, what are y'all listening to? What kind of crap is this?
So, was it last episode or just a couple of episodes ago that we talked about cool calls from the 80s, right? So when this movie...
There was none in this one.
No, I was going to make a point about that. They drove Cadillacs, right? Or was it folks?
Yeah, that was a Cadillac with chandeliers.
With chandeliers, thank you.
I did think that was kind of...
So I was like,
I thought that was like...
Now, I don't know if they're doing
awesome
that
at the same time.
Is it like a fashion thing? Or is it because they travel at night all the time and there's no electricity in this, I guess, Manhattan prison?
Both.
Okay. Both.
What do you mean? I don't know, but I'm going to make a good guess that's what it is. I mean, there's chandeliers, dude. Rich people have chandeliers in the house back in the day. So this guy's driving around a Cadillac, which is an expensive car.
And then put chandeliers above
the chandeliers hanging out the front. So,
I'm thinking like, hey, can you make that possible? Is it possible to light that chandelier while driving a car?
Yes,
you just have to wire it, right?
Yeah, it's wired into.
We should do that. I'm gonna go on the internet to see how many people has done that.
What are you gonna put chandeliers on? You don't have a vehicle to look cool with chandeliers. You're gonna drive around with a Tesla with chandeliers. You're gonna run that battery down really quick.
Well, I could buy one of those '80s cars,
Well, I'm sure you could go. Somebody might give you an '80s car.
Just to get rid of it.
I noticed hydraulics was a big deal. They had all the cars had hydraulics on it. Even the bus, they had that weird looking bus. Everything. I'm like, okay, that's not cool. I mean, it's cool then. I must have been cool then. I don't know, but it is not that cool now. It's something
different, man.
It's just something. It's something people do. It's average now.
I like I like how I forgot in this movie, like you said, the future. Right? It was 1981. It was talking about 1997. I like how this is kind of similar to like, I guess this movie like presets everything else in the future, like not cinematic future, right? Like even other production future, like like Demolition Man. It's also like 1996 or 97 is gonna look like this.
Yeah, I don't know why they always just go a little bit ahead. I mean, it's in the 80s, and they're going to go, oh, it's just a decade. Yeah, because it's like Blade Runner. Remember Blade Runner?
Oh yes, 2019.
What? Go way in the future so it looks like the future. I mean,
Look how like Minority Report.
But the thing is though, but I'm gonna say about this movie though, their idea of the future still looked the same as our future. I mean, by the 90s, we're still using most of the same equipment you see in this movie.
Yes, like the computer stuff.
The computer stuff, plus the helicopters, most of the vehicles. I mean, all the vehicles are still in the 80s, but
well, I thought that one military hardware plane. Oh, I'm not sure about military equipment.
Oh yeah, that's very 80s. Even the glider, it's just a glider. It wasn't anything expensive.
I'm so glad you mentioned Blade
And they use a Cessna to pull it up in the air. And plus the Air Force One looked kind of off too.
Oh, okay. So you mentioned Blade Runner, right? That model they created for this, we used it for some of the shots for Blade Runner, the first one.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh,
because it was so well made, right? They decided to use it for another production.
What model?
The city of New York. The whole island of city of New York. Some of the buildings.
They used it Blade Runner?
Yeah, the Blade Runner. Just the buildings. Like they didn't say it's New York, but like how they structured the buildings and stuff. It just close-up shots. You know what? The first time I saw, I guess, the bridge with the helicopter, I thought that was pretty nice. Like that was pretty well shot.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah. But it's kind of a lot of models because I mean, when they show the Jeep drive up and then the wall, and then they go up higher in the wall, and then they got to show this. It's like the model shots they had used to make that.
Hey, but because we know
I
that
mean,
now, back in
Caesar.
the days,
It's the
impressive.
thing is the wall. Yeah, because that wall is not even a wall. It's probably like the outside of a studio
Oh yeah,
building with them driving up a jeep.
it's the illusion of what we want you to think it
Yeah.
is. I love this is
Now, why would
per
you do
movie
that?
magic.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's use some of the most expensive real estate in the world and let's turn it into a prison. It's not gonna happen.
So I do love the idea of this movie, right? Because they kind of do it in The Rock, but do it on a smaller island.
Well, the thing is, the Rock prison is a real
Yeah, it's a
prison,
real
or
prison,
was a
Alcatraz,
real.
yes. But then
So,
I'm thinking about like,
New York. I
can
mean, I'm
this
sure New
even go
York is a
down?
prison now, but you can actually leave it.
Yeah, can this even go down now? Like, what kind of planning? Hey, we used to live in Manhattan for a long time, but things are so
Well, that's what I
expensive in
said.
Manhattan.
It's the most expensive real estate. Why would you turn it into a prison? People lose so much money. You'll never. There's the thing. The way the United States works, when it comes to money,
It ain't happening, right? Like, it won't
yeah, it
happen
ain't
for
happening.
Manhattan.
I mean, come on. You can murder somebody, you may get 20 years or so forth. But if you steal a whole bunch of money from somebody, you get life.
Yes.
Like that, was that Barry Madoff or whatever? Didn't he
Oh
get like three licenses or something? He stole money. That's all he did. But
no,
anybody else, you can murder, rape somebody, or whatever you want to do. You're just gonna get like 20 years, 30 years. Good luck. You
we're
get
gonna
out.
want to make you learn your lesson.
But if you steal somebody's money, if you steal rich people's money, or you steal money from the government, I mean, think about like Al Capone.
Oh
He murdered all kinds of people. Never got put in prison for it. But he didn't pay his taxes. He went to prison.
wow, you just can't
So
mess with the
that's the
U.S.
thing.
government. That's it. Yep,
You mess with money. That's
you
what
can't
it
mess
is.
with
If you
money.
don't steal money,
Well,
but you can
especially
kill
from the
anybody you
government,
want.
right? You didn't pay taxes. Like,
Yeah,
hey, what's going on?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So that's the
killing
thing.
is okay,
All
but money
it's
is
almost
not.
like all yeah. Usually all mobsters are in prison for
For money,
taxes.
yeah, taxes. Yes,
Almost everybody's
that's how they
in
get
prison
them.
for taxes, but I mean, unless you're, I mean, yeah, that's the only way you could get in there and never get out.
So let me ask you something. Since this was more,
So
this
if you're
movie is
killing
called.
people, make sure you pay your taxes.
Let me ask you a question. Since like this movie is made, it's called Escape from New York, right? Is it true? I guess throughout the life of Hollywood, everything is always interesting when it's happening on the east or west coast of the United States, right? I mean,
Because
this
that's
one
where
is not
everybody
called
lived.
like Escape from the Midwest.
Yeah, well, that's where everybody lived at one time.
Oh, because it's in. Oh,
The
okay.
largest cities in the
The
United
largest
States is
city.
L.A. and New York.
Interesting because it's so close
It's
to the
not that
coast.
way anymore.
No, it's you gotta
I'm
move to the
sure
Midwest.
as time goes on, all the movies going to be made like come out of states like Texas, Florida,
Oh,
because that's where everybody lives now.
Jamaica. Yeah. You
Nobody
know what?
lives
Like
in
it's
New
kind of
York
like that
anymore.
thing
New
Breaking
York
Bad.
may be. I mean, you may be right. New York may turn into a prison because everybody's moving down here. Maybe like nobody lives in New York
It's like,
anymore.
yeah, since this everybody's here now, we could. It's already an island. What more can
Yeah,
we
it's
do?
on the island. We can
We
just
just
go ahead and put a
what we're gonna
wall
do
around
is
it.
we're gonna flood the tunnel for the subway to the 7 train, and then no one can get in and out
But
via
you know, that
underground
reminds me
anymore.
of that reminds me of that video game. What was it? Is it Arkham City? Arkham City, or you know
Oh,
that
a
Batman
Batman
game?
game.
Yeah,
Oh
because where
yes,
they put a wall around part of Gotham, and now Gotham is like the what's the prison, the asylum.
yeah, prisons, a city prison, I guess, prison city
Yeah.
inside of the thing, and
So
then the
basically,
criminals
you're
can do whatever they want. That's their
yeah.
world.
So basically, you're playing that game is Escape from. I mean, come on, this is Escape from New York, just in a video game.
Huh. But you know what?
So
It's a movie first, and then we like, oh, you know what? Hey, you know what was a good idea?
yeah,
Escape
well,
from
that's
New
the
York.
thing. Apparently, everybody likes Escape from New York. It's such a big move. That's such a big deal. Everybody remembers it. I mean, the only reason I saw Escape from LA because my dad's like, "Oh, that's like Escape from New York." So I was like, "I'll go
Oh,
rent it." Plus, that
really?
Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's badass. So I was
Kurt
like, I
Russell
can
is
watch it.
badass.
So yeah, I'm like, I can watch it.
I'm surprised that they didn't use him in
Even when he
Roadhouse,
was on
right?
Lost in Space throwing spears
So
as
I
a little
read
kid.
I think John Carpenter really wanted Kurt Russell on this one because I think the studios wanted like Tommy Lee Jones and or Charles Bronson for
Oh
Snake
yeah, Charles.
Plissken.
I can see Charles. Tommy Lee Jones would be interesting. That would be
Yeah,
something else.
yeah.
Can't see Tommy Lee Jones doing this, but
Or is it Robert De Niro? Sometimes I get those two guys. Well,
oh,
for
Robert
Rogue.
De Niro. No, I don't want to see Robert De Niro.
But yeah, I think it was
Doesn't work.
Tommy Lee Jones because I think he had the long hair, right? And also they were like more well-known actors.
Yeah.
And I think the movie the Kurt Russell did before this was like an Elvis thing. I don't know which one
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm not familiar with it.
That's
Because
fine. I don't know either.
Kurt Russell is an action star in the 80s. Would he be
Was he?
considered action
Yeah, I
star?
guess he was. I
Not
guess he was.
not like
He
a
was. He
major
wasn't
one.
as. He didn't get as big as you
Stallone or
know,
Schwarzenegger, yeah.
Stallone. Yeah, he was because he's in. Was he was in Tango and Cash,
He was in
wasn't he?
Tango and Cash, which I never seen because Stallone's in that.
Wasn't he in Big Trouble in Little China?
Oh yeah, I see. I definitely seen that one. Big
He
Trouble
was
in
in
Little
some stuff. I
China.
bet if we were really to go through his movies, I bet we'd find tons of action movies. It's probably just stuff we weren't watching
No, yeah, we weren't watching. You know what? And he
because
was
he
ego.
wasn't gigantic box office,
Oh, he was in Executive Decision, right? Well, that was a lot like later in
and he got
'90s.
killed during the first of the movie.
Yeah, see, I remember you. Yeah, I
I
said
remember
that.
that because that's like I thought he was gonna come back the whole movie. He never did. I was like, wow, that's I never seen that
And
before.
his
That's the
face is
first
on the
time you see.
poster and everything.
Yeah, that was the first time you see a big star get killed, or maybe it's not, but it's the first time for us that we can remember
Yeah,
that you see
that
a
the other one
big,
was Drew
huge
Barrymore in
star.
Scream.
Yeah, and that's later on now.
Yes, is that later on? I thought it was in the '90s.
I'm pretty sure I saw
You know what? He's
Kurt
not in a
Russell
lot
get
of
killed. I
action movies.
saw Kurt Russell get killed before Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay. Well, but it could be the when you seen it too. I'm looking at see Escape from New York 1981. A lot of these things are pipe.
Overboard. Well, that was one action movie. I remember.
Was it? I see Overboard on here.
Oh,
What
I'm
is?
joking.
Oh,
It was a romantic movie.
oh, it was a romantic movie with Goldie Hawn. Oh, they
Yeah.
actually remade this recently.
Yeah, they did. They
With
did.
Anna Faris. Yeah, me and
I
Heather
didn't see
seen
it.
that one. It's okay.
Oh, did you? Okay. See, I
But
thought you'd catch that. So,
af-
no,
yeah,
what are you talking
So
about?
after I seen this Escape from New York, right, immediately I'm thinking like, why don't they make a remake or a modernized version of this?
Why?
I would like to see this with modern technology. Because
I
you
mean,
know what's really
I'm
cool
sure
thing
they
I
could
like?
do it better.
They inject those things on him with the explosive or whatever.
Yeah.
That if he just in case they don't blackmail him enough, right? Like, hey, like, okay, so you tell him like you're gonna pardon me for all the crimes I did, okay? If I didn't save the president, like you're just gonna put me back in jail, right? But no. To add on top of that, you're gonna die. just in case that you don't get the president, like, okay,
Yeah.
how many things are going against me?
Yeah, plus they got all the sensors on them, Oh, the president has this wristband so he can see where he's at. Plus
Yes.
you have a wristband so we can see where you're at. Plus we're gonna give you a radio that you can drop and pray. And the funny thing is, the main thing they wanted when they didn't just they wanted the president back, but they also wanted
want
a
a
cassette
tape.
tape. A cassette tape. A
Yes.
cassette tape that just tells them how to do nuclear fusion. I'm like, what? And then he just rips the tape up.
Yeah, at the end, yeah, I know when they played the music, like I think he was gonna.
Well, I guess the whole point of the movie was everybody's at war, almost going to war each other because of the energy reserves.
Yes.
But they don't really make this a big deal of the movie.
No, it's the what they call the MacGuffin, right? It's like
But
one
it's
of
not.
the
Yeah,
things.
but it's like '80s because they're in the fuel crunch way back in the '80s. So
Yeah. So, huh?
basically, the early '80s is what we got now. Fuel's getting expensive. Blah blah
So
blah.
not just
And
nostalgia
the Russians are
from
still the source of the problem.
So all kind of nostalgia is coming back even to today. The
Yeah, I
energy
know.
crisis.
I know. We're paying out the rear for everything, just like
Oh.
they did in the early '80s.
Yes. Oh my. Yeah, I forgot about the tape because like it wasn't until Brain trying to get the tape and also Snake. Like,
Yeah.
because he asked about the tape, right? Because they mostly is it's not the president. Just get the tape
Well,
back.
well, that's the thing because you remember because Brain kills the guy that's holding the cassette because we sell the guy finds a cassette, sticks it in his shirt, goes in there, and then he goes in there and Brain kills him.
You
You
know,
think, well, now and then they go all the way up to leave, and you're thinking, well, they got to go all the way back
yes.
to go get that.
The
And then it turns out the whole time, because you think Cabby's dead
yes.
because he's got the hat because this guy's a murderer, so it's automatically you're supposed to think he killed Cabby and got
Yeah, I
his
thought you
hat.
could carry. Yep, that's why I thought too.
But it turns out no, he traded Cabby for the cassette.
I know it's just like something.
It's actually
dumb,
I actually
right?
like that part of the movie because he shows up and it's like he's got it. And it's like what? I was thinking they were gonna have to because you're sitting there thinking I gotta go all the way back now,
Yes.
and it turns out somewhere in the movie where you didn't see it, Cabby traded his hat for a cassette.
Just for a
tape.
cassette tape, because he have a a cassette player back in the '80s in his cab. That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like he also
Oh,
had
okay.
a cassette tape holder right next to his radio. I don't think I ever seen that before. Like it had like a whole bunch of tapes.
Yeah, a bunch of cassettes. Did he have an 8-track in there?
I don't know. That was a quick scene though. He just popped the
Yeah, it was a
screen and
quick
then
scene because I
yeah,
remember
just
they did it, and
popped
then of
the other
course he
one.
switched. We find out he switched tapes out.
Yes.
Well, he asked the president, he goes, "Did you care about any of those people who died?" The president's like, "Yeah, I did. Of course he
Yeah.
did."
Took a pause.
You know, I'm thinking right then that's probably when he decided, okay, we're gonna switch tapes.
Yes. Oh. It just well, they have the crunch of the thing moment. Isaac Hayes, I don't know if he's a good actor, right? But Brain, though, some scenes, scenes you talk about Brain killing that, hedgehog guy, right? Romero. That action scene, like, when I saw it, right, it was kind of lame. Because, like, it looked like the stabbing of him was kind of fake, obviously, because, it's like 80s action
Yeah,
movies, right? And then Maggie just shoot those guys like bang, bang, bang. Oh, she's such a
yeah,
good
yeah. You
shot.
don't even see that. That thing that was amazing. Revolver, by the way, because
Yes.
it put more bullets out way than a revolver I've ever
Hey,
seen have.
this is the future, okay? This is 1997. Dang it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Watching in 2022 of
Well, you know what? You know,
1997.
it is funny though that we're talking about this movie and it's made 1981 and it's not that awesome a movie, but everybody remembers it. Tons of people remember. That's why we're reviewing it.
Yes.
We know lots of people have said all this and love this as kids and stuff. And I can see why you did. The thing is, I just thought the lot dialogue in it was horrible.
Oh, some dialogue was horrible, yes.
Oh, the dialogue was horrible, especially, and I mean, it's just like a lot of cliches because especially when they got the whole team to land to go get the president, and here comes this guy. He just walks up, shows a finger, he goes, "You got 15 minutes to get out of here."
No, 30
15
seconds. And he just keeps
30
counting
seconds.
down. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
he just keeps telling him, he goes, you got to do this, you got to do this. He gives them all these little demands just to leave.
Yes.
And then like, okay, we'll leave. I'm like, what?
Just to
Shoot
keep
the
the
guy.
president. Yeah, it's like, why didn't they shoot the guy?
Yeah, shoot the guy. Go
Because,
get what they want.
saving the president, because they didn't know what the president was, right? I mean, like, is that some kind of protocol they have to follow?
Yeah, that's the thing. As many as them are, I'd be like, who cares? All we want is cassette tape, anyways. That's all they wanted.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
Anybody
They
could
actually
have
said that. Yeah, when
anybody could show them the cassette tape.
Yes, but they didn't know. Like I guess the prisoners thought like the president's life is more important, but they didn't know it was a cassette tape.
Yeah, it's just cassette tape. They didn't even know that he wasn't worthless after like so many hours. They were like, oh, let's go back to business.
So I want to also say, the president had that suitcase handcuffed to him, right? Well, Metal Gear Solid 2 actually copied that too.
Oh well, there is actually a guy that follows the president around has
that. Yeah, it's a suitcase.
I mean, it's been a lot of movies. You always see spy movies where they
like
put the
launch
handcuff.
codes or some kind of code is always.
Well, yeah, it's the nuclear codes, and in real life, that's probably what's.
Wouldn't it be funny, like if they modernized?
It's probably actually the president's life. I mean, it's probably his lunch or something. The president's lunch is in there.
His passport is in there. His cell phone.
Yeah. His wife, like, please
it's
don't
funny,
lose this.
I mentioned if we make this modern day, right? It's just like, we'll just give you a cell phone device. You don't have to handcuff anything. And then you have to use your fingerprint and maybe retinal scanner to unlock it or something. We don't have to handcuff anything.
They'll always, well, they don't handcuff anything with the president.
No. It's like, why are you handcuffing stuff? People can chop your arm off,
Yeah. Or shoot it like they do in the movies. They shoot it off.
I want to talk about the dialogue because when I first heard this dialogue, right, I had to rewind because how much it bothers me. Is when Brain and Maggie was trying to find out how Snake got onto the island. And you're like, man, how the heck did Snake get on the island? God, I hate that guy. The pausing between those lines was really awkward for me. It's like, I think this guy just remember his lines, right? And then just trying to say it in sequence so he doesn't forget.
Yeah. Well, the director's probably off camera telling them what to say next.
And I'm like, that must be the best take, but it bothered me so much when he say, God, I hate that guy. But then you want him to stay alive. Oh, because they wanted Snake to stay alive so he could get them off that island. And, I'm trying to think, like, if all these are prisoners, right? What was Brain's backstory? Oh, he must be part of that bank heist.
I'm sure he was. I mean, we already know he's a criminal of some sort. So.
And I'm thinking, like, what is Maggie doing there? The other guys, right? They look like criminals.
I'm sure she was a criminal. She was probably a criminal of some sort. Forged checks or something. Who knows?
Yeah, and then that Meg Ryan.
I'm sure she stole some money.
Oh, okay. Huh? There you go.
Wait.
I said the chick that looks like Meg Ryan, like the first.
Yeah, where the girl's
woman,
like there. Yeah. She's like,
and then she kisses him.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then plus she's got wants a cigarette,
Yes.
which is funny. It's like, hey, everybody's got a cigarette.
Yeah. So right now, this is the part. I know we talk about the box. Oh, not the box. The gladiator scene, right? We need to talk about Snake's tattoo, because it
Yeah, we
starts
already
from.
tried to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
So
this cobra on his
yeah.
stomach.
So you
It
got
looks
this
like it's
cobra,
drawn on there
right?
with
And then
magic
like,
marker.
so now I'm thinking
It was,
like, okay, go ahead. Finish your thought before I say mine.
it was drawn on there with magic markers. What it looked like. That's what it looked
I
like.
was gonna point out.
At first, when I first saw it, I was like, "What is that? On this? Is that supposed to be a snake?"
So, so the way the tattoo goes into his, his cash and
Pants.
prices, right? Yeah, his pants. And I'm
I
thinking
think it
like,
just said pants.
is his penis the end of the snake? Like, is that where the tattoo ends?
Why would you want to know that?
Because I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it, like, dude, does it end right there, or is it like, is this a tattoo?
You
Keep
know,
going?
you might need to see a therapist or something. Because nowhere during watching this movie did I ever once think about that.
because
I mean,
because I'm
even
thinking
when
like,
I
hey,
think about it, I don't think I'm
I was
like,
thinking
man,
like how efficient it
I'll
was.
tell you what, putting ink on that thing would be painful.
I was just thinking efficiency. Hey, check out the end of my
just,
cobra.
just,
Just like the
nobody
real
wants to
thing.
get into the cobra. Oh my god,
Dude,
dude.
I don't want to see that. The ladies might love it, but
Are
no,
you
not for
sure?
me.
Are you sure? Are you
Hey, you know
sure?
what?
Because
There's a
you're the
lot
one
of freaky
wondering.
ladies out there, right? I have no idea. I don't know what kind of girls that snake dates, but something must be working.
What kind of dates he? I don't know what kind of girls he dates. The ones that get cigarettes and they get eaten by a bunch of homeless crooks in New York.
When they were driving a Cadillac or one of the cars through the streets, right, and those
Yeah.
people were banging or hitting their car, that feels like a very like
Oh, that was
horror
a
scene
Cadillac.
for
Give me
me.
that. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a station wagon.
Yeah, the station wagon. Yes, the station wagon. I
The
forgot
station.
cars were that long before the station wagons. That scene looked like a horror movie, right? Like something like a
Yeah, it was
John.
similar to a horror movie because it goes through there and you see all those people's heads on spikes and stuff.
Yeah,
They're like, why do you not go down Broadway? That's
yeah.
pretty much why. Because it's a
That
famous
was
street in New
creepy.
York. We want to point out Broadway is.
Yes, that was very creepy for me. I did like well no, they had 24 hours.
I mean, they did have a lot of horror type
They did
elements
a
to this
lot of
movie,
horror elements
especially
to
when
it.
he's running from all those people coming out of the sewers. And they're all moving
Yes.
up and down streets, and then they're trying to eat that girl. And they eat that girl, and then he's going climbing up all the way through the house to get away.
Dude, it's world's going to crap, man.
What if you turn New York into a prison?
Oh, you know what? I was gonna say there's no daytime, but it's 24 hours. I guess he slept through the daytime when they knocked him out. You remember when Snake? I guess he
Good point.
strangles that guy,
Good
and
point. Yeah,
then like a lot of them use the crossbows.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, what are you going to use if you don't have a gun?
No, he was the only one with a gun.
Bow and arrow or crossbow is easy to build. Yeah. Well, they didn't let people in New York City have guns. I mean, they're in a prison. You don't normally
Yeah.
have prisoners have guns. I mean,
I did like those. I love those 80s action sequences. Like they use the cuts, so it looks like he got stabbed. Like no, he threw the knife at him, right, and he got hit him right in the head.
oh
I
yeah.
love those little cuts, man. I
Oh my
always
God.
did.
Oh, I don't. I still don't think they're. I mean,
Really?
I'm
Oh,
done. No, no
it just
remakes
take
of that
me back
character.
to a
I don't.
simpler
I
time.
know it does. Simpler time. No, I'm good with that.
I
Yeah,
love
especially when that
that
knife goes in his head. That just seems weird.
because it took him a long time. Like, dude, like it paused for like 2 seconds. This is a long amount of time, but this is the longest 2 seconds of that man's life. Oh, oh my gosh. And besides that, I don't think there's a lot of those quick cuts like that. It's just shooting, a lot of shooting, and then like I guess at the end of the bridge, right, when they were reading like where the mines were. Well, if Brain is so smart, how come he got blown up?
Yeah. Well, remember he had the map from somebody that survived until they got shot.
Until they got shot. Yeah,
Which is how does the map get back to him?
I don't know either. And I like how when they
Well, I
crashed the
mean,
cab,
obviously,
it
yeah.
got split in half.
Well, the mine blew it up in half.
Yeah, the mine blew it up. Oh, but only Cabby died, even though Snake was sitting in the front with Cabby.
Yeah. Well, it's probably good that Cabby got killed because his cab got blown in half. I bet he would have been pretty upset.
Yeah, but we'll never know because he's died. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Cabby.
Yep. And then was he the first to die? No, yeah, he was the first to die because they got out on foot and
Yeah,
then
of the group. Yeah, of the group.
The
Yeah,
group.
he's the first to die.
And then
Because
one
then
of
they
them
all
go.
die. Then Brain gets killed, and then
Bring
of
the kid
course
from the mine,
Maggie's
and then
like, I
Maggie
gotta
is like,
stay, and she shoots up the car, like she
yeah, and then
would.
the Duke
And then
crushes
she gets
her.
ran over. Yeah, she gets ran over. Then you think the snake's gonna kill the Duke, but instead
Yeah,
the
see,
president kills
that's
the
the
Duke.
see. I thought that was
That's
the
where it is. It
good
is because
guy.
when you see that, you wonder because you see that hand hit that switch to stop the snake,
Yes,
and you're like, well, he's getting double crossed now. And it
yes.
turns out no, the president just wanted to use him as bait so he could shoot up the Duke, and then he turns it on, and brings him on up.
It was just the coolest thing when the president shot that guy because I never seen that. Like,
Oh,
oh
it
man,
is. It's like the highlight of the movie. Once we get to there, I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that piece right there.
yeah, because I didn't either. Because I
I
thought, yeah,
figured
you're
everybody's
right.
pretty much gonna get killed. I didn't even think the president was really.
So that was the '80s formula, right? We thought we were gonna get a fight scene between Snake and the Duke.
Yeah.
But
Instead
no,
we
it
get-
makes sense for the president to shoot him. Like, dude, you torture me, you tie me to a wall, and you took like practice shots at me. Yeah, I got a machine gun now.
Yeah, who's your daddy?
I'll let you, he shot him, then he keeps shooting him. They keep mocking him, dude. That was awesome. Then they let him down. I did like Snake was obviously going to that, I guess, scientist guy, so that way he could get those things out of his,
Yeah.
to inject him, right? But I like that such an a-hole. What's his name? House? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but like
It didn't really matter, but I know. Yeah, he comes up to stop him. Nope.
to
You
ask
gotta
for the
give me the
tape
cassette.
first.
Well, the tape first, or you're not gonna survive.
Yep.
Well, because they know he's gonna get double crossed. I mean, come on, Snake's double crossed everybody. No wonder
I
he doesn't
know.
trust him.
Because it's so funny because he asked him like, "Aren't you gonna kill me?" Like, no, I'm kind of tired right now. Maybe
Yeah,
later.
that's so 80s right there. That's the most 80s
Just-
thing. It's like, yeah, you're gonna kill me. Because it's the first movie. It's something you always hear in every movie. When I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes.
It's in every movie. When somebody gets somebody to go do something, they always say to the other guy, I'm gonna kill you. And they're like this,
So-
you have to go, you're gonna kill me now, I'm too tired.
You seen Commando, right?
Yeah.
So you remember
long
when
time ago.
Arnold? Yeah. So when there was recently on Netflix when Arnold, when he talked to that really small guy that looks kind of like a Martin Short kind of dude, and he's like, "Hey, because I like you so much, right? I'm gonna kill you last."
Yeah, they always
And then
do that.
later
They
when
always-
he holds him over the cliff, like, "Hey, remember I told you I was gonna kill you last? I lied."
Yeah, but they do make I mean they've been creative with the way they do that,
Yes.
because it's always a movie. They always do that. They go, oh, you got to do this. Well, when I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes.
Or something like that. But I like it like in Demolition Man is one of my favorite ones where what's his name? He's trying to shoot those people. He
Yes.
can't, so he throws a gun at them other guys.
Yeah, to the other guy, like, can you kill him, please? It was kind of cute, that priest guy, yeah,
Yeah.
because he couldn't do it.
Because we saw that in RoboCop too, where they try to shoot the main guys and they can't.
Yes, because they're programmed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is where it starts, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's.
I'm sure there's a 70s movie, late 70s movie where somebody goes, oh, when I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I like these a lot of one-liners.
Yeah, because it's the 80s.
What are you doing? I'm playing with myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I love that. No, I'm too tired. Like one of the girls, like when it's like you're a cop, he's like I'm an asshole.
Yeah, the Meg Ryan.
It's a big one.
You're a cop. No.
I love that when he said that. It's like, wow, I didn't expect that.
And she's like, well, you're Snake Plissken. I thought you were dead.
He never actually responds to that,
No, because I'm sure he's tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I'm reading all these
hurt.
from IMDb, these quotes. I love it when, like Bob Hawk, when he's like, remember, when you're inside, you're on your own. So you're saying that I can't count on you? Good. It's just so cool. I love this guy, Snake Plissken. And obviously, I love Metal Gear because this thing.
Yeah, I know. You got Snake Splitskins behind you.
I do. And this
You
one
should've
has a
stuck
model
those
with a
out.
bandana.
I mean, that's the thing. They're so much the same that they're pretty much the same character. I mean, it's basically
space.
you pretty much see Escape for New York is just actually the prequel for Metal Gear for NES.
The prequel to Metal Gear.
Yeah, and everything else.
It is, right? It's the same thing. He's known as
It's
a
almost
legend.
the same character, yo. He always wears the same clothes. He's even got the same camouflage pants on.
Yes, the camouflage pants on. I'm gonna get some. But see, what color are those? They're just black and gray, right?
It's some camouflage I've never seen. It's like some kind of. It's not a regular military.
No, it's just something that's
It's
cool.
some made up.
And you said
camouflage I've never
the
seen.
shirt
It is,
has
it's
zippers
so
on it.
foreign. Yeah, it has zippers right here.
Is this what those were? Like these
Yeah,
lines
those
were
are just
zippers?
zippers. I don't
Oh.
know why if you got to just like kind of open it up a little bit more. I mean, I guess if you don't got enough armpit showing, you just unzip that a little
Yeah.
bit more.
I'm gonna have to look that up on eBay.
You have to get some of those zippers on there.
Oh.
Hey, you didn't cut the sleeves off that shirt yourself, did you?
No, it came like that. I mean, I
Oh,
bought
okay.
it like
Okay.
that.
You need some zippers though.
Hey,
Still,
I
that's all
just bought these. Like, well, I bought these because I was walking the dogs, right? And I don't want a tan look like a farmer's tan, so you can see like like see, look, you can tell
What's
this
wrong
is a
with
lot
that?
darker,
What
right?
are you trying to say? What's wrong with a farmer's tan?
Nothing. I just don't want a tan like that.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Good.
It's just a
You
weird
should
thing I
get some,
have.
you should get some spray on tan.
Oh, I tan easily. I just go out for 15 minutes.
I don't.
I'm from a tropical island. I tan
Yeah, I
easily.
don't tan. I don't tan easily. I burn.
Yeah, you and Heather, yeah, they burn. It takes me a long
Yeah.
time for me to burn. I have to be outside for at least 6 hours before I burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. All
For
right.
you.
Yeah, for me, not for like I guess
Yeah.
you guys are from the Midwest, right? So sorry,
For the
the
Midwest.
sun is your enemy.
The sun is my enemy. You got that right.
Heather hates me because I tan so easily. Our kids too. Sometimes we go on like a day thing, right? Like outside. Yesterday it was just like I guess what the elementary school calls a field day. It just basically all the
Field trip?
kids play outside. So
Oh,
I
okay. Field
volunteered
trip.
for that, right? They give you notes like, oh, be sure to apply sunscreen for your kids before going to school. And I'm like, how long is this field day? I'm like, it's from 8 to 11. It's like, okay, 3 hours. Yeah, they don't need sunscreen. It's just a waste of money and my time. And they don't like to put on sunscreen anyway.
Good thing.
Like your kids would have to. My Heather had to put on sunscreen.
Well, it depends on what my wife would look like.
Yeah, it's just Asian. Well, it depends on. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what kind of Asian. Well, except for no Japanese people. No, Japanese is not in that tropical line where Hong Kong and Taiwan is. And obviously, none of the Southeast Asian don't have to worry about suntan lotion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, there's some white folks that don't need tan lotion either. I have to tell you that.
So my ending notes for this movie. I can't believe I made it almost an hour wearing this wig because it's getting hotter and
I
hotter.
know. I'm so proud. I wanted to keep this going just so I could see this.
So I do
So you're gonna
want
watch.
to see
So
a
you're
remake
gonna.
of
So you're
this.
gonna wear that. So when we we gotta do LA. Stay from LA then. I guess.
I definitely want to see.
That's a
Escape from LA.
remake. That is a remake. That's a modern remake.
That's
Escape
a
from LA.
modern remake, even though it's
It
a
could
different
be.
thing.
It's got a different city on it. I think it's pretty much the same story almost. I mean, it's like a sequel, but the problem is they're like, "Hey, wouldn't it be great if we could revisit that type of movie?" And they're like,
But a different
"Okay, let's do
city.
it." And then you have to wear the mullet again.
I don't want to keep this. It's either like the worst $20 purchase in my life or the best.
Oh, I think it's the best right there.
Look at this. Look at my
I
hair.
know.
Look at
It
this.
depends
Look at
on
it
how
from
many
the side.
laughs you get. I know, man. Come on.
It looks
That's
pretty
really
realistic, right? Look at
It looks,
that.
it looks really Japanese.
Does it?
No. It does look kind of like a Japanese cartoon, you know. So I guess it could be like the snake, Solid Snake.
I guess because we're in Texas, like once it gets cooler, it'll be easier for me to wear this outside.
Yeah, you probably wear it at Halloween.
How many people have you seen now, right? Like now today, sporting a mullet?
Other than Danny McBride, I don't
Didn't even try.
nobody.
So
Yeah, that would be funny if you were to wear that around and people are like, all right, look at that.
so during the
Danny
pandemic,
McBride.
okay?
Danny McBride.
So during the pandemic, I guess a lot of people kind of cut their own hair and things like that.
Yeah, the pandemic, nobody came outside.
You know how many people I seen like just recently, right? Some of the people's kids, like around my son's age, 9 or 10, they are sporting a mullet.
I noticed mullet has actually come back.
Yes, for some of the kids, like they have a
Why?
mullet
I
on.
don't know. I mean, I guess everybody wants to get out and do some business and have a party, but I don't
This is in the front, party in the back. What's
Get
up?
it back. Exactly.
Okay, it's getting a little hot. I do want to see a remake, so we gotta put Escape from LA on my list, right? Because I bought it already. How did you see this movie? Did you? Because I know
Apple. I watched on
Oh,
Apple. It was easier to get than trying to watch go through all
really?
that all the hoops that they're going to make me jump through just to watch a rented
So you were
movie. I
able
was
to
like,
buy this on digital on Apple?
Yeah.
Okay, I bought this on digital on Vudu. Like, it's just the licensing rights, I guess, because Amazon doesn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's
They probably thought
crazy.
nobody wants to see this movie. So no, no. Apple usually has a lot of movies.
I like that
It's
you
funny
said
that Apple,
that.
because Apple comes. It's funny thing is Apple comes out with the big thing about Apple was music, right? Because
Yeah.
Apple, all the iPod and all that stuff. You to try to find music on Apple, you almost can't get hardly any of the classics. You can't get Mortal Kombat. You can't get all that, but you can get almost all the movies you want.
Before we leave, I forgot. I love the soundtrack of this movie.
Do you really?
I do. Some of the scenes, right? It makes me like, yeah, like some kind of. It feels like a mixture of technos and hip hop.
Oh, it was that. No,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
like
I
what they
like. I
thought was
do
going to be
like it.
future. Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was crummy '80s techno, but
Oh, I loved it. I like the music. Like, 'cause
I
some of
don't
them, I'm
know.
like, yeah,
Maybe I should give it another listen. I mean, I
I
don't
did.
remember thinking anything was awesome about it, but
Not too awesome, but it makes me want like, yeah, like bobbing my head like to the music. Oh, I'm gonna start
okay.
doing that.
Yeah, well, you're bob your head to the music because you got a mullet. I mean, that's what you
Yeah,
do when you got a mullet. Let's go
just in
play you
case
some.
this is not hot
Let's
enough.
go. Let's just drop the techno and play you some country western. Yeehaw!
Dude, I gotta take a picture of this and put on Facebook.
Actually, you should. That would be
I do.
awesome.
Before I
I mean,
take it off for the
you
night.
got to, you at least get $20 worth out of that thing.
Oh, I'm getting my $20 worth to just this hour alone.
You know what you need to do?
Remember, I
You
put
need,
this on before you signed on.
you need to get your Tesla, cruise up and down around in your neighborhood
And,
with your window rolled down, get
and
that
with this
mullet on,
mullet,
playing some techno music and just doing that.
playing the soundtrack of Escape from New York. People are like, what
You
the
know
hell?
what? You know what people are gonna say? They go like, I think we just saw Elvis Presley drop by.
In 95, 100-degree weather outside, wearing a mullet with the windows down. Dude, it's
Play,
really hot
only,
under here, man.
only in Plano, or what was it? Well, you don't live in Plano
I
though.
don't live in Plano no more. Let's do it in the
That's something you
DFW
would
area.
saw.
Oh my gosh, so I'm so glad I made it. Like, well, the recording time was 56 minutes, so I'm gonna end it right now because you know what? It took
Hey,
me
let's do
several
one more
times.
minute. Come on, let's just do one more minute.
It took
Nah,
me
we're
several
good.
times to get this on right. When I tried this on,
Oh, really?
yeah. Well, once when I got it right, I put it on. It was correct, right? Then I had to put it on something because I don't want to get it messed up. I couldn't put it back in the bag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. What did you put it on?
oh, I have like a helmet thing
Oh,
that I put
okay.
that on.
Cool.
And before I got on, I actually put on the eye patch first. So the first time I put on the eye patch, I noticed this is Velcro. So that way you can adjust.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I should have done that the first time because I have a big head. So when I put it, it was kind of tight. So now when
Yeah.
I adjust it, right, like, oh, it feels a lot better when I did it. You know? But like looking at I guess what Kurt Russell was wearing, this line was a lot thinner. So I didn't
Yeah.
take a long
Well,
time
he
to
probably,
look at my
him and Nick Fury have nicer eye patches.
yes, they had nicer eye patches.
But again, I mean, they work for the government.
They
so
made
got
it to the
government-
level.
So they got the government
The
issue
government issue eye patch.
Yeah, they got the government issue eye patch. Maybe one day you'll be able to get one.
So did you
I mean,
enjoy this?
that is a very. I enjoy it.
No, did you enjoy this movie with him with the eye patch or without? Like, do you think the movie would be, is his character as cool without the eye patch?
I don't know.
I
Good
thought it was
question.
because you know
That's a
what Kurt
good
Russell
question.
looks like.
I know, Chris Roy. Yeah, I think he has to have the eye patch for this.
Yeah, it looks
This
cooler,
works
more
with eye patch. This is.
mysterious.
I'm not gonna say he looks cooler with eye patch, but I'm thinking for this movie, for this character, yeah, eye
works.
patch made him a different person.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
And the other show that I was gonna since you want to keep dragging this out, right? The other show that you probably haven't watched is Young Sheldon. Sheldon's older
No.
brother, he sports a mullet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
most
No,
people
like before,
around that period.
Just call me Georgie. Don't not
I
boy
don't
George,
know.
but George. Look at my hair. Look at this.
I call you Boy George. Put some makeup on. Same period of time.
There's like brown hair, brunette going on. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Looks weird.
Oh my.
You look like a Japanese pop star, Dave.
Yeah. K-pop or J-pop.
Exactly. You need to sing some songs for Initial D soundtrack.
That's the title. It say Lamb and Shane talk on Escape from New York, right? Lamb looks like a Japanese pop star with a mullet. With a mullet.
Danny McBride stops by.
Yes, so I'm sorry, Danny McBride. There's a new mullet in town in his lane.
Yeah.
Got some competition. You might see me in movies with Will Ferrell in the future. We'll never know. And with that, it's 1 hour, and I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.